This daily Qtec chart shows the low of 160.45 just about filled the gap here with a high of 160.22. So not that far away, 20 cents or so from filling that gap. And price in the pre-market hours looks like it's headed down across the board. Small cap, big cap tech, 500, and the Dow. And I suppose why there's so much market jitters in the pre-market hours is the fear of Powell speaking, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and then again at 2 with another Fed member there in Atlanta. So lots of Fed speak. Let's see, and there's a dove right before them, Goolsby from here in Chicago. So I would not be surprised to see this gap get filled today. And there's this one over here. The top of this gap zone is at 152.16. And that coincides with this top of the range here, line segment 152.64. So I wouldn't be surprised if we visit this area down here now. And trend factor 1 is at that level. Trend factor 2 is above the gap zone and this line segment. And then trend factor 3 at that level, 4 and 5. And the fast trigger up stalled a bit. It's getting closer to the oversold line at 25, but not there yet to get above it. And the pressure up is still pegged at the top, 102. And the slow trigger down, 93.38, sailing away up there. So there's still time, and a pullback is perfectly acceptable as long as it stays within this area here, 152.64. Maybe fill that gap zone again. DMI plus and minus are forming a pincher, but DMI plus is still light years away from the DMI minus, and the ADX has plenty of room to move to go all the way back down to 20, as long as it doesn't go under 20 and then goes back to the upwards direction and price does the same, then we're in good shape. And the fast QQE is still above 70, so it's quite stretched and has room to move to the downside without too much concern. And a cross under of the slow QQE is inevitable due to the elevated levels of the both of them. And the Qtec daily cloud chart shows the demand line becoming qualified. So if price can turn around and peg that level again, 161.98, and close above it, could possibly get a qualified cancel here. We'll have to see what price action does first, though. And the conversion line is right there at 160.27. Then it's a pretty big jump down to the channel 3 low, 156.16. Around that area of the Bollinger Band, mid-band at 155.48 should be pretty good support there, and the lower Stark Band is right there also. And all of that is before the top of that gap zone. And the S&P 500 daily cloud chart looking back to the start of the wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly print the 5 on a tick higher than that. If it gets up there, it will print. I'll zoom in a little now. A 50% qualified momentum up level printed yesterday and had the exhaustion level quite close to it, and price did get above it. So it looks like it's not going to be confirmed, as it would have to open higher than this close here and then tick higher than this high from the 29th and then close higher than this close on the 30th. I don't think that's going to happen. It will get stopped right at the open. So 45.67.80 pre-market hours, 45.58, about 10 or 11 points under that, but you never know. And here's the S&P 500 daily chart with lines showing. You can see that this supply line was qualified yesterday. I doubt it will be confirmed today, so we will not more than likely get a supply projection. And interestingly enough, the other qualified supply line from back here on the 13th, where it became qualified and confirmed and gave us a projection level up here, that disappeared when this supply line ongoing first showed up on this bar on the 27th, and that negated the qualified and confirmed supply line and the supply projection. So that's something new to me, or just something I've never noticed before, as I was paying more attention to this supply projection up here. But now that it's gone, this is the only one that could become confirmed, and it doesn't look like it, so no supply projections anymore. And if things go the way they're going in the pre-market hours for the open hours, then this will probably become qualified cancel. And then there's this one here will be the target to the upside, 45.99.17. And this one got stopped at 45.66.10. And support looks the same as Qtec daily. There's the conversion line, and then the channel 3 low and lower Stark band are right together. Pretty good support there. And the Bollinger Band mid-band is right in the area too and moving up. And let's take a look at the pitchfork chart. You can see the pitchfork line here. That's anchored at the all-time intraday high back in the beginning of 2022. And you can see the top of the pitchfork here is going to be 45.88.68. And that extension of the broadening top that it broke out of and broke down under again and broke out above again is at 45.25.92. And under that is this faint blue dotted line, the EMA 21, 44.72.35. And the 35 simple moving average is at 43.76.26. And this pitchfork level 3 here is at 44.57.33. So those are significantly lower levels from where price is at currently.